One of these days, I'm going to be able to close that damn door. Hey everybody, this is Alchemisted, and this is once again Star Trek Online, Rise of the Red Shirt, and this week we're going to be tackling Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Yes, this is getting irritating, and also the account bank cannot be accessed from the Belfast Bridge, which is super good, considering the price for it went up with the Zen changeover. Fan-effing-tastic. I'm just glad I didn't pay actual money. As bad as that sounds, if I sound bitter, it's probably in part because you remember those EV suits I was asking for? Well, we got them. And to the art team's credit, they look fantastic. Or at least, I think they do, because I can't get them, or I can get them, but I'm not going to waste my dilithium on it, because here's what it is. To buy one of these requires they're single time unlocks. You buy one, and in order to get another one, you have to buy it again. They're not per account. They cost 700 Zen. $7. And some people might go, it's $7. $7, believe me, for something, when they start charging for shit this small, $7, it's a lot. And, yeah, for something that you can only claim once and then you have to buy it over again. You see? Like, it's not an account-wide unlock. You only get it once, and that's just BS. That is bullshit. And they did say you can sell it on the exchange, but the prices on the exchange are like 9 million, 10 million. No silver fucking player is ever going to get that much scratch. And even if they do, they're not going to blow it all on an environment suit. Especially on an environment suit with stats this bad compared to stuff you can pick up from doing one of the missions on Nukara. So yeah. Lot of bullshit right now. The feedback on the forums has been almost universally negative. And I know a lot of people like to call the Star Trek Online forums the sewer, but they are more than justified to be up in arms over this. This is horrendous. This is Trek canon. This should be in the damn game. I don't know who's responsible for the pricing of this. But this is horrific. And you can't call it incompetent. Because no one on Earth is this dumb. Okay? Nobody was rocking the ganj when they were pricing this fucking thing. This is pure out-and-out greed. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the game's got to make a profit. It's free to play. And I get that. And a lot of people get that. But this is pure gouging of the fan base. And I guarantee you, making this a single-time purchase, making this that expensive, is prohibiting you from making as many sales as you could have otherwise. Cryptic. And I know Cryptic may not have been the ones who made the call on what the price point of this was. But whoever it was, I guarantee you, you are not going to sell nearly as many of these as you would have otherwise. This is horrendous. Especially when something is this lackluster. And I took that picture literally moments before recording. That wasn't when these were released. That was a few minutes ago. That bad. That's pretty pathetic. So before I start, also, before I continue, there's one more thing that I'd like to talk about, and that is there is a forum topic called 1,000 Cuts for Star Trek Online. And what this topic is, a long time ago, on the EVE Online boards, the fandom of EVE Online started a topic where they all began listing their 5 biggest beefs with EVE Online. And I'm not talking about the conduct of the players, although in EVE Online, that's pretty much the universal conduct of players anyways. The game is practically built at this point around screwing other people over. But what I'm talking about is stuff with the game itself. The mechanics of the game, the aesthetics of the game, the performance of the game, things like that. A similar topic has been started on the official Star Trek Online forums. And I posted in this topic right away. I shared it on Twitter. I'll continue sharing it on Twitter. I shared it on Reddit. I've also posted an article on the site that I'll post a link to as well in the description. And I'll also post a link to that page in the description as well. If you play Star Trek Online, or if you played Star Trek Online, this is an opportunity to make your voice heard in there. And I know there's going to be a naysay. I know somebody in the comments is going to be, well, what good would that do? It would do good. Okay? I said this on the site, and I'll say it here. I will entertain no naysayers. Okay? If all you're going to do is comment there and say, well, what good would that do? I understand. Keep it to yourself. This is for people who want their opinions known, who want their biggest beefs with this game known. And again, it's with the game, not the players, with the game. So, if you play Star Trek Online, please visit this thread. And if you have a Perfect World account, post in this thread. We need this thread to thrive. We need this thread to get as big as it can. We need this thread to get as big as the thread in EVE Online did, because the reason why the guy started the thread here is because when that 1,000 Cuts thread in EVE Online took off, it got thousands of replies. And many of the issues raised by so many people in that huge thread were addressed in patches and future expansions of EVE Online. We need that effect here. We need that effect in STO. We need to demonstrate that to Perfect World, that we are more demanding consumers than they are accustomed to, that we will hold them to a standard that we are accustomed to, that we will not buy into their bullshit. You know, we don't give a damn about their spin. And there's been an awful lot of it. An awful lot of the stuff, like the state of the game, the most recent state of the game is about half spin. And I hate to say that. I don't have anything against Mr. Stahl. I don't have anything against Dan Stahl at all. A lot of people do. But the man has honed his ability to say a great deal without saying anything to an art. And it's really frustrating. We need this thread to take off. STO needs this thread to take off. Star Trek needs this thread to take off. So if you play STO, please visit this thread. Visit this thread and post. Help this thread grow. Share this thread. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Reddit. Share it wherever. We need this thread to take off. Okay. Depressing stuff over. The reason why there wasn't a Foundry mission last week, well, this might be a little bit depressing. The reason why there wasn't a Star Trek Online Rise of the Redshirt last week was because the Foundry was still offline, and only recently has the ability to play some of the republished missions been reinstituted. And I've been waiting patiently for this to come back because last time we did Worst of All Worlds, and this time we're going to be doing Temple of the Pah-Wraiths, the direct sequel to Worst of All Worlds by Captain Revo. So now that I've gotten all of that rage out of the way, we're going to play this, and I'm going to put a little bit of a warning here. This may not go exactly as I excuse me, exactly as I'm hoping, because they've changed a lot of how the Foundry works. So the fact that Temple of the Pah-Wraiths went through the republish may not mean that it actually is functional. So I guess we'll find out whether or not the transition to Season 6 has utterly borked Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Because I know I've read a lot of the changes. I've listened to Podcast UGC almost every week. And, yeah, a lot of the missions are going to get broken. And for reasons that are really arbitrary. But that's really something that if you're interested in the Foundry, you should go listen to Podcast UGC and find out. But, yeah, we're going to start doing Temple of the Pah-Wraiths, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to... When's the next Fleet Marks event, anyways? 9 a.m. Alright. I'm trying to get... I've got 3 projects that I need to get rolling, so, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and go to Available, go to Community Authored, and find Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Just type in Temple, and that should do it. If it loads... There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. They did this... You see how much the game is suddenly chugging the moment I enter the moment I open the Foundry interface. They did this complete overhaul of the DOF system interface. But the DOF system interface, the thing is, there was never really a problem with that. It was fine the way it was. It was functional. What really desperately needs an overhaul is the Foundry interface, because just opening this thing slows the game to a crawl. There's just so much crap. So much stuff that it has to display. Insult the prophets. Alright, so Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. So, rare scientific mission. I'm not going to read this because it's kind of spoily. And this actually requires us to beam into Deep Space Nine, and I'm very nervous about that. I tried going in through Second Wave as well. Foundry authors, please don't start your missions in social hubs. I'm being super serious about this. The reason why is because, and I mentioned this in that 1,000 Cuts for Star Trek Online, when I posted in the thread, I mentioned this, but Cryptic has ham-handedly done everything in its power to force people to go through social zones. When you combine this with the fact that Cryptic also has this terrible, ridiculous, don't know why they do this habit of populating social zones with hordes of meandering NPCs. And I'm talking about Deep Space Nine. I'm talking about Earth Space Dock. I'm talking about Starfleet Academy and Defera and the First City. They do this all the time. The game not only has to render all of the players, which is bad enough because all these people are being forced to go through there, but it's also having to render all of these pointless do-nothing NPCs that are literally just there to walk in a line, turn around, walk back. So, I desperately avoid social areas, is the result. Like their attempts to drive people towards these places has the complete opposite effect. Nobody wants to go there because they're so awful to load. Like, there was a time earlier this year when you couldn't even get into Earth Space Dock or Deep Space Nine without killing the client with your task manager and restarting the client to load the area. It's ridiculous. No one should have to do that to load a map. That's unbelievable. So, yeah. I'm going to say it right here. Massive pet peeve is when Foundry missions begin in hugely populated social areas. And it sucks too, because I tried going in through Second Wave, and I can't go in through Second Wave. And this isn't anything against Captain Rebel. Your mission's awesome. But it's just, I'm just getting this out of the way right now. That's a huge pet peeve. Because these areas are bloated enough, and going into Earth Space Dock, I'm lucky if I can get out without the game crapping all over my graphics settings and giving me that little memory was low message. When the memory wasn't low, the game was just freaking out at the sheer amount of stuff it had to load. Yeah, so there we are. So now I have to beam to Deep Space Nine. So let's go ahead and hail this guy. Sir, we're being hailed by Admiral June at Starfleet Command. And I stand up in my chair for no reason. You are ordered to take the Woglinde through the wormhole to study the collapse of star ML47. A supernova is a rare occurrence, and Starfleet Command wants you to capture as much data on the event as possible. However, be on the lookout for Dominion activity. They have been giving the wormhole a wide berth as of late, but you can never be too careful. The last thing the Federation needs is another armed conflict with the Founders. Under no circumstances are you to engage them. If they show up, return to Deep Space Nine at once. Is that clear? Good luck. I look forward to your report. Understood. I've set a course for Deep Space Nine. I'll be in my ready room. Well, yeah. We're kind of here already, so. And confiscating contraband from crew got a critical success. Got me 1 contraband, some Romulan ale, and a small hypo. That's fantastic. And this still isn't fixed. It's upside down. Am I mad? Am I the only one seeing this thing upside down? Is it me? Come on. No account bank in my ready room. Or not a ready room. More like an office. This is my office. It's not a ready room. No account bank in my office. My office portrait is upside down. I can't like walk next to my chair to sit in it. I have to stand in my chair. Oh, well now you do it. Oh, now it's fine. But no, you wouldn't do it earlier. Friggin' crap. Friggin' crap, friggin' crap, friggin' crap. And let me lock my door. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Let's leave the ship interior to try and load Deep Space Nine while recording. Oi. Oh, generic music. Look at that group of ships. Chugga, chugga, chugga. USS Woglinde, we are ready for you to dock. Dock at Deep Space Nine. So, what I usually do whenever I beam into a large social area filled with players and pointless NPCs is I like to look at the ground. A lot. Pretty much my only the only thing I do getting around the place is looking at the ground, because then there's less for the game to load. Here's about where it gets stuck at 9... Yeah, here's where it gets stuck at 96%, and I have to stop recording and kill the client with a task manager. 94... Yep. Oh, loaded. Good. And that man is wearing... Oh, God. Jesus Christ. There we go. That's from Second Wave. This man is wearing the Baldric. That is a unlock from... that is an unlock from a promotion that was recently run that gave you the Season 1 TNG uniform, and he's wearing it quite stylishly too. It's very nice looking. It's a very nice looking sash. Some Klingon players were very, very, very angry that Federation characters could wear that. And I do have business to do on Deep Space Nine, but when I do go to do that business, I think I'm going to load up Second Wave, because I hate massive social hubs. Or at least I hate the way that they do them in Deep Space Nine. And I just realized that it didn't make Temple of the Pah-Wraiths primary. Fantastic. Thanks. Task Force Hippocrates, Borg invasions, investigate officer reports, Terran Empire, Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Make primary. Jesus. Make primary. There we go. So let's see. Where is it telling me to go? Nowhere. Okay. I'll just run around until I find it. Is it you? It's one of these. It's the East Cargo Bay door. South of the Taylor. South of the Taylor and north of Quarks. South of the Taylor and north of Quarks. So where is Quarks? It's not you. Okay, that's the, it's not you. Like Gorn, his little torso. My God, people have beamed in with monkeys and Gorn with no torso, and what is going on in this place? Ugh. It's gotta be you. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. Why do I have to go? Oh, there it is. Why do I have to go to a hatch? I mean, begin Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Can you not start it from the wormhole, though, is what I'm wondering? Is the wormhole... I'll have to look in the Foundry and see if the wormhole is available as an interactable to allow you to start a mission. If it isn't, it should be. It's the frickin' Bajoran wormhole. It's kind of important. You know, one would think. Hey, there we go. That was just really loud in my ears. Alright. Begin Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. For real this time. Woglinde, this is Ops. You are clear for departure. Have fun out there. Oh God, don't crap on my graphic settings, please. You used to be able to adjust your graphic settings back to where they were, but for some reason they decided to not allow you to do that anymore. Although no amount of doing would get rid of that stupid FU message in the corner of the screen. Warning, memory was low. No, it wasn't. It's just that big peak. It's that peak when it's loading all the crap that does that, too. Loading a Foundry mission. Ah! Oh, God! Ah! God damn it! Why did I do this in a dark room? Ow! Ow! Oy. Alright. By God! It's pretty, but it's bright! Oh, this is so nice looking, though. It is really nice looking. Just don't play this in a dark room. Be smarter than I was. Ow. Alright. My eyelids are twitching. That can't be good. Alright. Ow. Alright. Don't repeat my mistake, people. 1 week later, your survey mission was a success and you are returning to Deep Space Nine. Alright, I like this. This is something I like in Foundry. Flavor text, okay? Okay, Foundry authors who don't do this, you need to do this. It's an RPG. Write flavor text. Flavor text makes it so much better. Alright. That was incredible. I never thought I would see something so beautiful in my lifetime. It says that I say, I agree, a most worthwhile experience. Maybe my character is saying that sarcastically because he's an ape. I don't know. So, moving on. Not an ape. Although he's human, so he is technically an ape. But an ape isn't a ground pounder. A grunt, you know what I mean. He's a security officer that got assigned to a captain, so he's probably sitting there going, oh, yeah, worthwhile. Definitely. Isn't there a war going on right now? Anyways. Nah. Captain's log, started 874-659.1. We've been conducting a survey of a supernova in the Gamma Quadrant for the past week and have recorded some fascinating data. Watching a star explode is both a rare and awe-inspiring sight, and it was a pleasure to partake in this incredible event. Even with the threat of the Dominion looming, I am pleased to report that they took little interest in us, or the star, and we were allowed to conduct our research unimpeded. The crew, however, is looking forward to some R&R on Deep Space Nine. I myself am looking forward to cleaning out a couple of the more notable members of Quarks at the Tongo table. Sir, we're being hailed from Deep Space Nine. Put them through. This is Ops. We have you on sensors. You are clear to exit the wormhole and dock at Upper Pylon 2. Thank you. Helm, take us home. That was a really hard objective to accomplish. Can you feel that? That's sweat. That's work, my friend. We are ready to exit the wormhole. Didn't do it. Do it. I can't see where my ship went. It's just... Ow. Damn you, night vision! Goddamn carrots! My sight! I need carrots! What's up, Doc? Loading. That's what's up. Sir, we've exited the wormhole and... What? Where's the station? You see... This is what I was saying. There's a war going on. The Woglinde's a frontline ship. She was built for exploration initially, don't get me wrong. And it's fine to do some. But the Borg, the Breen, the Klingons, the Romulans, the Remans... We've kind of been dealing with all of them. At this point, we're kind of one of Starfleet's golden children as far as the ship goes. So, yeah. You know, this ship is probably one of the better frontline ships at this point in this war. We've dealt with a lot of crap. We've saved the future twice. And this is what happens when you send us on a research mission across the galaxy. Now Deep Space Nine is gone. Are you happy, Starfleet? What have you done? Anyways. Sir, we've exited the wormhole and... What? Where's the station? The station. It's gone. No. I'm reading a debris field up ahead. Could the station have been attacked? An accident, perhaps? We only spoke to them seconds ago. Sir, there's a ship near the debris field. Ferengi cruiser, Marauder class. Unknown identification. Hail them. Yep. This is what happens. Send the Woglinde across the galaxy. Not here to save the day. Station gets blown up. Now I gotta travel through time again. I got sick of it the last time. Well, killing Bavat was a plus, but still, come on. Alright. You did this, didn't you? What do you have to say for yourself? Channel open. Ferengi vessel, please respond. What do you want? We need to talk to you about... Ooh, no. This is my debris field. I found it first. Get your own. Now, this is a dialogue option if you have played another of Captain Revo's missions. We have not. We've only played Worst of All Worlds, so I'm going to ignore this option because if I picked it, it wouldn't have any context, and of course my captain doesn't know this person. Sibilance. What happened to the station? Station? What station? Deep Space Nine. Deep Space what? What are you talking about? There's only one station here, and you only go there to die. I detected a fleet of ships heading to Bajor, or what's left of it. Perhaps you're looking for them. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm very busy. This is not the place to linger, if you know what I mean. Someone give me some answers. Sir, I think I have something, but you're not going to like it. I've been scanning the debris. It's certainly not from Deep Space Nine, but the quantum signature is not what I expected. It seems we've traveled back to the alternate universe, the one where the Borg assimilated the Federation. Great. So how do we get back here? I'm not sure. It must have been when we were inside the wormhole. We know it has the ability to let people cross into other dimensions. Explain. I remember my old biology teacher at the academy, Dr. Bashir. He told us about how he and Kira Nerys crossed over into the mirror universe. To be honest, I thought he was pulling our leg until I looked up the records from Deep Space Nine. So how do we get back? I believe we just need to re-enter the wormhole. I like it! Helm, take us back in. Let's get out of here. What? No wormhole. This might be a bigger problem than I first thought. I've just performed a scan of the area. I should be seeing elevated neutrino readings, but I'm not getting anything. The wormhole, it's simply not there. I'm sorry, but it looks like we're stuck here. At least for the time being. Run a long-range scan. I'm detecting several ships and structures around Bajor. It's possible one of them is DS9, or should I say Terok Nor in this universe. With the Federation assimilated, we never would have taken control of it. Set a course and keep an eye out for the Borg. Course plotted. The area is swarming with Borg, but I've tried to put us in an area just out of their sensor range. With any luck, they won't detect us. At least not straight away. Engage. I'm not that worried about the Borg detecting the Woglinde at this point. I have the Mark 12 Mako shields and engines at this point, so yeah. A few Borg, we can handle. No problem. What are they going to send at me? A cube? Whatever. Come at me, bro. What? What? Oh. Oh, crap. Huh. I could take him. This is not something I ever hoped to see. Well, I'm glad for that, Hunter. I would have been worried otherwise. They have another unit complex. It seems even larger than the one around Earth. I'm detecting 5 billion life forms on the planet and nearly 1 trillion in the complex. All Borg. There are also several hundred life forms on Terok Nor. Or what's left of it anyways. Perhaps there will be something on the station that could help us open the wormhole. One of the orbs, perhaps. It's a long shot, I know. I'm also reading several ships around a Borg cube. They appear to be Alliance vessels. Distress signal coming in on all frequencies. Let's hear it. To any Alliance ships, we are under attack in Sector 347. We have to stop. The signal's being jammed. What shall we do? We do our job. This is a Mako vessel now. We kill Borg. Aye, sir. Wait a moment. I'm detecting a dozen Bajoran life signs. So, I'm sure there are Bajorans on Alliance ships. Not from the ships, from the station. It's coming from the promenade. I suggest we replicate some remodulators for our weapons. We may have to fight the Borg. No kidding. So again, it tells you to, like in Worst of All Worlds, it tells you to replicate some remodulators like that. It's like, hey dummy, replicate some of these. You might need them. Don't blame me if you don't have them. Although, you can replicate them on the ground now too, so yeah. I suggest we replicate some remodulators. Maybe the Bajorans can help us. So, let's see. Probes, probes, probes. Hi! Oh, hi, Borg Cube.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Come at me, bro! The Alliance ships have either all been destroyed or have taken critical damage from the Borg attack and the resulting explosion. I'm not even sure what was holding them together. Most seem to have taken a huge amount of damage already. I'm reading no survivors in the debris. Take us to the station. Deep Space Nine station number 2. Number deuce! That might be a glitch. That's probably a glitch. Now destroy the cube. Come on. I like the name too. That can't be good. So yeah. I have to hand it to Captain Rebo. This Borg station, I'm going to fly around it and give you guys a nice good look at it. I have to give it to him. This improvised Borg this improvised Borg starbase looks gorgeous. That is crazy. Like, up close you can see where everything's just sort of like massing together, but you look at that from a distance like we were, and it looks like an asset. You know, it doesn't look improvised at all, so this is a fantastic and really hella creepy version of Deep Space Nine. You did a really good job. Of course, it doesn't really matter. I could probably blow the crap out of this thing if the situation called for it, so... You saw what happened to the cube, so yeah, Borg. Come at me, bro. Confirmed. There are several life signs on the station that are Bajoran. The rest are all Borg and something else that I can't quite identify. It seems to be in a state of flux. Does everyone have a remodulator equipped? Good. Without them, we wouldn't stand much of a chance against the Borg. We are ready to transport over. Energize. So here we have the first better look at these. Last time it was just me and Lima going down, but now you see it displays your whole away team, displays the abilities that they have, what they look like. Really great upgrade to the choose the away team menu. I like that. I like this. This is really cool. So who are we going to bring anyways? So let's see, what am I armaded with? Okay. So you've got that synchronic anti-proton distortion thingy-majig that hurts the crap out of Borg. Doppler has just a regular phaser raffle. So let's go ahead and bring Chawl, who is wearing his warrior sash. He's rocking the sash. And let's check him out for a moment. Yeah, he's got a remodulator. Good. Chawl has a nanopulse batleth, which the Borg will adapt to. But he's also a melee-heavy character, which means he's got about 3 versions of lunge. So 3 versions of lunge plus that melee weapon plus that remodulator. The Borg are going to have a really, really rough time with Chawl. So, yeah, I think this is the away team we're going to go with. Hunter, Chawl, Lima, of course, will be going with us as she is the chief medical officer of the Woglinde and a badass field medic. And 8 of 8, who was assimilated by the Borg and got a bit of a chip on her shoulder when it comes to them as a result. You know, she's in it for payback, so. Let's go ahead and beam down. And sit through a massive loading screen. And take a drink of our soda can. That contains soda that we're drinking. We're not drinking the soda can itself, silly. My God, look at this place. I know. Try not to think about it too much. Sir, we've just detected several more cubes entering the system. We're going to have to try and avoid them for a while. Just blow them up. I'm not sure when we will be able to return. Understood? Contact us when it's safe to return. The Bajoran life signs are coming from the other side of the promenade. There is a force field behind us. Looks like we will have to brave the Borg. Let's go, but carefully. No sudden moves. Okay. Switch to that Mako rifle. Everybody's armed. Goody gumdrops. And look at this place indeed. Now, no. You can't just... I imagine you could. If I went into shooter mode, I could probably hurt the Borg. Then I'd piss off all the Borg. So let's not do that, shall we? See, we got Chaw looking sharp. And that warrior sash. Or baldric. It's a baldric. That's what it's called. Baldric. Alright. Let's keep moving. So yeah, this whole part of the mission is something that a lot of Foundry missions should have, which is no dialogue. It's all environmental. You just show up in this place, and you just have this opportunity to look around and just go, what? What the hell is going on here? You know, just to give the player an opportunity, just establish this feeling of wrong to their surroundings. There's no dialogue. You know, it's all literally just you walking through. It's like that. It's like, I think what he was going for was that one scene from First Contact where Picard and Lily are separated from the rest of the ship. You see that little creepy crawly thing over there? That's cool too. But you see Picard and Lily Sloan. They're stuck on the ship, and they're in Borg-occupied territory on the ship. The Borg have been slowly assimilating the Enterprise, and they're stuck in the middle of a section of the ship that's been fully taken over by the Borg. So they're armed with one phaser pistol, so they don't have a hope in hell of lasting against this horde of Borg drones. So all they can do is just walk through. That's it. They just have to walk through and try and make as few threatening moves as possible. So there's this awesome scene of Picard literally almost dragging Lily through the corridor by the shoulder, you know, just like trying to keep her calm while they're just walking through these cyborgs that I have to imagine smell like rotting flesh and corroding metal. And Lily is, the whole time, she is freaking out at the crap that's been going on. And I think that's kind of what he's trying to go for with this. And that's really awesome. Again, there's no dialogue here. It's just there to establish the setting and to the player that this is just wrong, you know? And this is something that's missing from the main game itself. You don't see this enough in Star Trek Online proper. it would be great if Cryptic did more of this, to just establish just the environment and allow the player to be affected by that environment. You know, it's what I keep calling atmosphere. This mission has it, and much of Star Trek Online does not. So, and again, there's no music either. You do have the background noise. You do have the normal background noise of Deep Space Nine, which probably takes, which is one of the reasons why I would love it if you could edit ambient sounds in Foundry. Like if you could edit the ambient sound of an environment. If you could have made this sound more like a Borg ship, that would have been great. But I don't think you can in the Foundry. So you're hearing like the normal like hustle and bustle of Deep Space Nine over the speakers, and it does kind of take away from the atmosphere. But this is still an amazing job with this map. And I like that there's no dialogue. It's carried entirely by the scenery. You know, the scenery tells the story. And now you have these little creepy crawly guys. I don't know how we did this. Made these guys mobile. But I believe in the original treatment for the Borg, as they were being envisioned, there were supposed to be little guys like this, flitting back and forth, you know, darting hither and yon, taking care of little tasks on the Borg ship while the Borg regenerated in their alcoves. So yeah, I like this. This is a cool little guy. I like that. I want one. I want a pet. I want a little pet droid. You got a little Borg something or other. Not sure what it is. Probably not a Borg cell, but maybe it manufactures science, like that spinning thing. You got a Borg throne here for Manus of Borg. I think this little bit of scenery appears in Infected. And in the background for all the screenshots of Into the Hive that you've ever seen for this special task force that's never getting made, ever. It's a Borg I can talk to. Hey, Borg! We are the Borg. No kidding. This Cardassian seems familiar, but I can't quite place the face. I wonder if it was anyone we knew on our side. Let's not waste time here. Move on. So yeah, that's something else he's going to be doing throughout the mission. Is going to be sort of establishing characters and then going, you know, is this guy this guy? Like, could this be this person here? So, this is the Bajoran Temple, which has also been taken over by the Borg, who are amazing heathens, apparently. Borg don't give a damn about no wormhole aliens, especially since apparently there's no wormhole full of aliens to have a damn be given about them. So, although the Borg have been nice enough to leave the candles lit. Maybe it's mood. You know, the Borg are trying to... This is where the Borg go to chill. Do Borg chill? I don't know. Those candles are probably baked into the map, though, so nothing can be done about them, probably. And aside from a little bit of a cord there, looks like Quarks is no worse off. This is odd. I expected the promenade to be fully assimilated. It seems quite normal in this section. Let's ask around and see what we can find out. Hello, Bajoran. Who are you? How did you get here? It's a long story. Perhaps you should speak to Mosk Radar. He takes care of us, at least while the Master is busy. Nice reference, by the way. If you don't know what that's a reference to, shame on you. Go watch Mystery Science Theater 3000. You'll get to it eventually. He would be on the promenade somewhere. Master? Yes, Varan Damal. He saved us when the Borg came. He protects us. How does he do that? The true gods of Bajor smile upon him. Please speak with Radar. He will answer any questions you might have. Thank you. Mosque Radar. Huh. 25th century weaponry again, baked into the map. Nothing can be done about it. Hey there. Hello, friend. I have been on this station nearly all my life. First during the occupation, and then when the Borg came. I served here as operations manager. When the station fell, I thought for sure I would end up being assimilated like everybody else. But the Master saved me. What does the Master have you do? He only asks that I serve him, the true gods, and maintain our section of the station, so we can rebuild our way of life with our covenant. As former operations manager, I make adjustments to the station as he tells us to, making sure the heating and lighting is working. The replicators are functional. Those kinds of things. Anything else? Well, I probably should not talk about it, but you seem a decent sort. We're working on a little surprise for the Borg. I can't say any more than that. But they will regret the day they destroyed our beautiful world. I see. Thank you. Okay. Whatever you do, don't go to the lower levels. Why's that? There are monsters down there. Strange and terrible monsters. You mean the Borg? No. Something worse than the Borg. I saw it once. It was huge, and then it sort of, I don't know, slithered away. Look, believe me or not, but don't go down there. Thanks for the warning. The man I want to see. Welcome to Terok Nor. We don't usually have visitors, as you can imagine. And he grabs my ear. Ow. Why did they do that? Oh yes, your paw is strong. I can see why you've been brought here. My name is Vedek Mosque Radar, although I much prefer you call me Radar in these dark times. What good is titles and formality when surrounded by so much chaos? Your uniform seems strange. Where are you from? Believe it or not, an alternate reality. Fascinating. And yes, I believe you. I have heard stories of such occurrences. One not too long ago, if the rumors were true. By chance, are you the ones who crossed over before? Yeah, that was us. Amazing. But I thought you would return to your reality. I remember the transwarp gate being destroyed. We destroyed the unicomplex around Earth as well. Yes, it was a help for sure. It slowed down their advance, though not long enough. We tried going on the offensive, but they just adapted faster than we could destroy them. Do you live here with the Borg? Yes, unfortunately. Many of us used to work in the ore processing plants down below, or in the labor camps on Bajor. At least until the Borg began their invasion, that is. Afterwards, we joined the Resistance and tried to fight them as best we could, but their advance was unrelenting. This station became a major supply station for the war effort, but a few months ago it fell to the Borg, as did Bajor. The Borg built all that in months? I'm sorry, how did you survive? Our gods protected us. I'm not sure why or how, but the Borg leave us alone. Only the Master knows for sure. This side of the station remains untouched. The other sections we do not go to. Gods? You mean the prophets? The prophets? Dear me, no, no, no. The Prophets abandoned Bajor long ago. They allowed it to be pillaged by Cardassians for nigh on 50 years before the Great War. Did they do anything to protect us from the Borg either? Of course not. As is evident by looking out a window. No, the true gods protect our small covenant now. I almost dread to ask, who protects you now? The Pah-Wraiths, of course. I know what the Pah-Wraiths are, but I'm going to play it cool with this guy. The Pah-Wraiths. Who are they? The Pah-Wraiths used to live in the Celestial Temple with the Prophets, but they were cast out and trapped in the fire caves of Bajor for wanting to be more active in our lives. The Prophets are content to simply watch us suffer and die. The Pah-Wraiths want to help us, to allow us to rebuild what we had. They have come to the Master in visions and helped him guide us in these dark times. Who is this Master? Varan Damal. A great man. His visions from the Pah-Wraiths have allowed us to build a new home here. Without him, we would all have died or been assimilated. The last remnants of the Bajoran people, gone. Are there any orbs here? Orbs? You mean the tears of the prophets? No, they were all lost or destroyed long ago. Do you know of any transwarp gates around nearby? A transwarp gate? No, I'm sorry, I don't. The only one I knew of was one in the Sol system, and you took care of that one. If you need to find another gate, you could try accessing a Borg database. There is one on the lower level, although we dare not go down there. It's a risk, sir, but if we don't pose a threat, the Borg should leave us alone. We can handle the Borg. You can access the lower level via the cargo bay doors in the southwest section of the promenade. Back down the way you just came. There is a conduit that runs down to the core, just before you reach the docking ring. That will take you to where the central database is. But be careful. There is something terrible down there. Some of us have seen it briefly. Formless, yet terrifying. We will. Thank you for your help. So yeah, a lot of dialogue, by the way. Lots of it. The Master looks after us. Whatever you do, don't go down to the lower levels. We don't go to Ravenholm! Alright, let's see. Okay, everybody's got the same stuff to say, so we're gonna head down to the lower levels, kill some damn Borg. How about you? I hate being so close to the Borg, but the Master protects us from them. Can you tell me any more about him? He was there for us when the Borg came. He stopped them from assimilating this part of the station and us. It is here we work on a way to remove the Borg menace once and for all. The Master's visions from the true gods are what guide us all. How could any one man do all that? It is not my place to question the Master. I see. Thank you for your time. This Master person sounds a little ominous. Who could have such power to protect them from the Borg when they are so close? We should proceed carefully. Which is good advice in any situation. We're ready to proceed. Open the cargo bay door, Hal. And another massive loading screen. So in case you couldn't tell already, if you read through all the dialogue, which you should, you are reading all the dialogue, right? This is a fairly lengthy mission. It's quite good, though. And now we're getting to the meat of the mission, the combat part of the mission. Yeah! I'm sorry. Drink. There should be a door to the main turbolift for this section nearby. It will lead directly to the core. I've scanned the area. The lift is a few hundred meters up ahead. If we don't seem threatening, the Borg should leave us alone. At least until we start accessing their database. Alright, everybody's at the ready. So we got plenty of drones. It's a big, big map. Now there are a couple puzzles here. There are a lot of Borg here. No one do anything stupid now. Keep your weapons lowered. Okay, everybody pet your tribbles. There we go. Shaw doesn't have a tribble because tribbles don't like him. Don't. Okay. Okay, her tribble's connected to the internet. We're good. Okay, you can stop petting them now. Okay. There are a couple puzzles, and you can screw them up. So, which I will probably do. Friend of yours, 8? So this is the nano assimilator thingy that you see in Kittimer Coordinate. There's actually an accolade where you can earn yourself a very rare liberated Borg male bridge officer, although you can't customize. And basically you walk through this thing in Kittimer Accord and get assimilated and die and have to respawn, and you unlock that officer, which sucks if you're doing it on Elite, because it will compound your timer. So in order to get the bridge officer, you have to kind of screw yourself over and force yourself to respawn, or to wait longer to respawn, which is probably one of the reasons why that change is so reviled. We are Nihilum of Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. They're attacking, but not yet. Return fire when they attack. Okay. Come at us, bro. Okay. Hi.
Enemy targets on center. Prepare for combat. Crystal shield
Uh-oh.
losing power. Take cover.
Tearing shit up over there. Charles got it. Take items. Let's remodulate. That Borg. When it fell, it turned into some kind of gelatinous liquid and oozed through the deck plate. Could it be an assimilated shapeshifter? Perhaps it was Odo or even Laws. I don't think we'll get the chance to ask him. If he can still shapeshift, he could be anything. Stay sharp then. He may still be out there. The turbolift should be right. Damn it, they've assimilated the entire wall face. Is there another way down? There should be a small access port up ahead in the next room. It should lead down to the core. Might be a tight fit, but I think we can make it. If the Borg have not already assimilated that too. Alright, let's move. Now, he mentions Laws. The thing about laws is, I think this mission is supposed to be set after the Cardassian arc, because so I maybe kind of screwed up in playing it this early, but because you don't meet Laws. If you watch Deep Space Nine, you know who Laws is, but in the game you don't meet him until like towards the very end of the Cardassian arc, and only for about 5 seconds, because that's how long it takes to take him down. Very cool job with Deep Space Nine too. Again. You! I hate you so much! Those of you who've played Kinema Record will know what I mean. An hour, 11 minutes so far. Damn. We are Nihilum of Borg. You will be assimilated. I am a prop. A resistance is futile. Look out, he's changed into that device! Hi. Hi. Have a grenade. What the fuck's Chol? Oh. He's over there screwing shit up. Alright. Heal. Shield. Back off. You just tried to assimilate me. Oh, and he's down. Charles just screwing stuff up. Backhand. He shapeshifted away. It seems he really can shapeshift into anything. This part of the station is becoming more heavily assimilated. I hardly recognize the place. Look, there's the access port, behind that panel. Let's get it open. Split beam rifle. Open the hatch. I don't know what that is either. What is that? I don't know what prop that is. Open. Let's see what the Borg have in store for us in the core. Sippity sip sip. I might have to break this into 2 parts. Damn, I haven't done that in a while. This is going to be a long one, wow. Rise of the Red Shirt, the movie. Okay. Wow. The station's fully assimilated. We should be extra careful and watch for anything. Who knows what awaits us down here, or what form Nihilum might take. Let's find that database as soon as possible. Okay. Hello, drones. Now, one of the things that I like that we're going to be coming up on later is that this mission actually has a proper boss battle, which is turnover, fine. Which is something that the game kind of lacks. The game really lacks, especially on Nukara, Jesus. The game really lacks like proper boss battles. Like most of the boss battles in the game, and I'm saying that with sarcasm quotes, are enemies that spawn a ridiculous amount of guys to help them out. You know, the boss isn't hard, it's just that he spawns crap tons of enemies, and if you watch Code Veronica, or any of the games that I've played, I hate flunky boss fights. Stand up and fight. Stop summoning a crap ton of enemies. I want a boss fight. And a boss fight to me is not a fight. Sometimes it isn't challenging, but it's always it's always challenging, but sometimes it isn't hard. It's challenging. There's a difference between the two. It's interesting. And it's fun. And if you want a perfect example of what I'm talking about, go play Gunstar Heroes. Gunstar Heroes. That game has boss battles. Basically, you take 10 steps in that game, you're in a boss battle. And a lot of them are challenging, but they're not hard. You can persevere. You can win, you know? Like Astro Boy for the GBA is another really great example. From the same company, in fact. Lots of boss fights. Challenging boss fights. Fun boss fights, though. Not hard. Not brutally unforgiving. Fun. Challenging. You can prevail. Those are the fights that I like. And this, I think, is one of them. Pretty sure. Like, he still has, like, guys around him, because it's Star Trek Online. But, it's still a really fun fight. Okay. Let's do this. We had better disable that scanning beam before we try to pass. We could either try to hack the console, or we could use brute force. So I'm going to try and hack this console. This might bite me in the ass. Hack the console. We are free to continue on. Alright. I'm pretty sure there's a puzzle somewhere in here. Let's see. Well, this looks interesting. There's another one of those assimilator thingies. Sir, Nihilum, he's changed form again. Huh. For a moment I thought it said Armored Core. Master of Arena, Jesus. Is Nihilum doing the robot? Oh no, he's floating. How is a changeling floating like that? Nanomachines. Yeah, just say that. Oh. I was wondering, does he want me to talk to him, or what's going on? Ooh, ow, ow, ow. See, what's up? Oh, they got it. Alright. Say, don't mind me. He's gone again. How much more does it take to kill this thing? We can't do our job until he's destroyed. Seems strange how some Borg attack us while others do not. It's almost like someone is controlling some of them. Maybe we'll find some answers later. Take me. There we go. Take me! Take me! Pick me up! I should remodulate. Inappropriately upbeat music. Hi, drone. What's up? We're in your station killing your Borg. Bad dudes reference, bad dudes reference. Ooh, wow. You have a scorpion tail. What the hell? We are Nihilum of Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Come at me, bro!
Personal shield losing power. Take cover. Enemy combatants in melee range. Close combat.
Oh! Oh, somebody healed me. Good. Excellent. Say hi to Bavad, asshole. What is with the scorpion tail? Is that a default? Oh, that is part of the model. That's cool. I haven't seen that. Oh no! Oh no! I was trying to pick it up and I skipped some dialogue. Hang on. Okay. Lima. I think he's finally dead. He just turned into black ash. Okay. Minimize that. Partially assimilated Romulan. Help me. We are the Borg. It's too late. She's Borg now. Dorian. Help me. Please, I'm trapped here. The Borg are going to assimilate me any second. Please, I beg of you. Kind of my job to oppose the Borg. Also, I'm a Starfleet officer. Also, I'm not a douche nozzle. So hang on, we'll beam you out once our ship returns. Thank you. Please hurry. We'll do our best. Again, I really wish you could set a default music track for these maps. Just select pre-existing music from STO. I'm not talking about like importing stuff. I'm talking like, here's a list of music. Because come on, if you're going to take inspiration from the Aurora toolset, use the functionality of the Aurora toolset. Because we could do that in Neverwinter Nights. Come on, let the authors assign their own music. Music can be just as powerful an element as a well-crafted environment. Lower the force field. Drone. Is that a Bajoran? What's he doing down here? Let's ask him and find out. Be on your guard. On guard, evil person! We think. You are evil, right? Huh. Talk to Veranda Mall. You are more resilient than I anticipated. No matter. You are of no importance. Are you Veranda Mall? In a matter of speaking, I am the master of our covenant. Why are you here? This does not concern you. Turn around and return to your existence before I destroy you. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Destroy us? We just defeated a couple of dozen Borg. What makes you think you concern us? Your hubris amuses me. You corporeal life are so limited in your vision. It's a wonder you function at all. Raise your hands in the air now. I think not. I do not enjoy this limited name. Address me by my full name, which is Costomogen. With one single act, I will restore my people to their rightful place and sweep aside the false gods. I will make the undying temple of the Pah-Wraiths a reality. Then we will spread our love across all of existence. Costomogen, leader of the Pah-Wraiths. Yeah, I don't give a damn what he's called. I'm not gonna let this happen. Then I cannot allow you to live. Arm yourselves. Oh my god. So, what he's done, you noticed, is he's skinned the Davidians as a new kind of enemy. And, yeah, you can... Me and you, Chal. Take this dick down. Hey! The hell do you think you're going? Oh. Wouldn't target him. That all you got? Enough of this. I can waste no more time on such trivial matters. The hour of our victory is at hand. Just as I allowed the Borg to destroy you pathetic creatures, I will now destroy our greatest enemy. You allowed the Borg? You changed their history. The Cisco could not be allowed to fulfill his destiny. The Borg have proven to be an excellent tool at my disposal. I must leave this body at once. The moment is at hand. Prepare to watch your existence be reduced to fire and ash. Sir, he's leaving for Ran. A flash of light just vanished through that wall. Varan, can you hear me? What happened? Oh my... It's gone, it's gone. Think of prophets, you saved me. You have no idea what it was like. What that thing made me do. Tell me everything, but do it quick. Of course. About a year ago, the Borg attacked Bajor. While the Alliance tried to hold back the attack, the Borg began to beam drones onto the surface and were attacking our village. My friend and I were running from several drones and headed deep into one of the old caves. We headed down further and further for what seemed like miles until we found a crack in the wall. We squeezed through and what we saw was breathtaking. We had found an ancient Bajoran city, long thought lost. It may have even been Valhalla itself, although I am no historian. Go on. We explored around, almost forgetting that the Borg were after us. I found myself drawn to a stone tablet. I had an uncontrollable urge to destroy this tablet for reasons I will never be able to fully explain. Out of the tablet, two shimmers of light emerged. One entered my friend and the other entered me. I could feel its rage and hatred from the first moment. They used us to fight each other. Costomogen was victorious. It made me kill my friend. I'm sorry to hear that, but go on. It was now bent on removing the prophets from the Celestial Temple and freeing its people. It had me searching for this book for ages before something caught its attention. Which was? You. He learned of your passage into this reality. It became fascinated with the idea of an infinite number of dimensions, and its dark mind began to work. Back in orbit, Terok Nor was close to failing. The Borg were everywhere. We returned to the station. It forced me to convince one of the Alliance's leading scientists to help us, a man named Soren. Soren? Dr. Tolian Soren? Tolian Soren was the bad guy in Star Trek Generations. He was an Elorian who fled the Borg and nearly got swept up in this thing called the Nexus. He later became obsessed with finding his way back to the point of being willing to kill millions of people to do so. You know of him. He had a hatred of the Borg that seemed to eclipse everybody else. Yet the Pah-Wraith knew his desires. There was something even more valuable to him than seeing the Borg defeated. In return for some components and some trilithium, he would build it a weapon, something called a chronoton wave generator. Chronoton radiation is fatal to the Prophets. Yes, exactly. Soren provided the design and left the plans with us, not long after the Borg took control of this entire system. They began construction of a new unicomplex in orbit, and the Alliance was forced to retreat. I've never seen something built so fast. It was finished in a few short months. Somehow he was able to protect a few of us from the Borg. It convinced a handful of Bajorans that the Pah-Wraiths would protect us and bring about a golden age in the restoration of Bajor. They believed it. They believed me, and began helping to construct this weapon. One of our numbers learned of what we wanted to do. They realized that the weapon was there only to kill non-corporeal life, and not to defeat the Borg. They fled the station and tried to rally support. It made sure the Borg would stop him. It has the power to control them in a limited way. That is when you arrived. Is the weapon ready? Yes. It has not been tested, but it should work. Where is it? You're standing in it. The entire station has been reconfigured to act as a chronoton radiation field generator. Forgive me, I don't understand the science. They have been reconfiguring the station's systems for months to emit the radiation through the main deflector array. So they want to kill the Prophets in the wormhole and claim it for themselves. They tried to do something similar on our side once. We have to stop it. This reality depends on it. No, you don't understand. The wormhole is capable of intersecting with other realities. Once the Prophets in this reality are dead, Costumogin wants to open the wormhole to all realities. It's going to kill every Prophet, in every reality. If it succeeds, he will have unlimited power and control over all of reality. He will destroy everything. Countless worlds in flames and darkness. It will be the worst for all worlds. You hear something? Wait. Sir, the station. It's moving. It's heading towards the wormhole. First, Costumogin will kill the others, then force the station into the wormhole itself, allowing it to kill every Prophet in every reality. Once it's through with them, it'll be free to release the other Pah-Wraiths from the fire caves. Can we sabotage the station? It'll take too long, and there are still Borg everywhere. Sir, this is the Woglinde. Come in. Do you read me? We hear you. Can you get us out of here? I think so. The station's moving towards the wormhole, trying to establish a lock. Prepare for transport. We have a lock. You must the hell out of here. Except for you. You're staying here. I don't know why. Have fun. But we beamed out the Andorian. Maybe we beamed them out after we beamed out. That's what I'm going to say. Much of a dick that guy was. It wasn't entirely his fault, and that leaving them behind is a bit too much of a douche move. I wonder if I bring him with me back to my reality. I'm not sure either of them would complain, considering how crappy this reality is. There are Borg everywhere. It's not much of a life to look forward to. The wormhole's back and the station is heading directly towards it. We have to destroy it, now, before it's too late. There are still innocent people on that station. If we aim for the assimilated sections, perhaps we can disable it without destroying the station itself. Yet we have to face the possibility that we will not be able to save the station. Too many lives are at stake. There are several Borg ships patrolling the area. We should either avoid them or try and punch our way through. Take us in. Spheres. Spheres. Yeah. After what I did to that cube, I'm not really worried about spheres. So, now what you gotta do is you gotta destroy this thing by section. You have to blow up the support struts. So yeah, now we are fighting a Borg-assimilated Deep Space Nine. It's not going to be much of a fight. Now, these struts are actually cubes, and they will shoot back. And I'm not shooting for some reason. There we go.
Target's shields have failed.
I didn't have to punch through the defenses. I just kind of ignored them.
Target's shields have failed.
Okay, the hit point for this one. Like, all of these struts have a certain point that you have to hit. You can't just, like, target wherever. You have to fly over to where it shows you can hurt this thing. Ah, plasma. You're annoying. I laugh at you. Okay, let's get over to the other side.
Target's shields have failed.
Have some torpedoes then. Or a torpedo. Or a torpedo that does nothing. Oh my god! Oh, stuff's blowing up over there. Gotta go fast, gotta go faster. No. There we go. And now we have to destroy a Borg cube. Oh dear. Oh look, it's draining my shields and firing plasma at me.
4 shields failing.
Yeah, that did next to nothing.
Target's shields have failed.
Don't tractor me, bro. Ah, I hate that they changed that. That might hurt. Phew. I hate that they changed the antimatter spread does not distract the enemy. It was designed to distract in canon. People paid money for that crap, Cryptic. For Christ's sake. The station has taken heavy damage. It won't be able to create a chronoton field. We did it. We should probably... We have multiple incoming transwarp signatures, all Borg. Attacking the station must have drawn their attention. Take us to warp any direction. I can't generate a stable warp field. There's too much subspace interference from the transwarp signatures. How many ships? At least 10. We won't survive those. Yeah, we will. Arm all weapons, make every shot count. More ships are warping in. Could this get any worse? Wait. They're Alliance ships. We're being hailed. Put it through. My old friend. I see it is you who needs a little help this time. Let's take some of the pressure off you. It's time we teach these Borg a lesson. Gulprenar? Am I glad to see you. This is Gulprenar to all ships. Attack pattern Obsidian 2. Fire. Tactical fire at will. Let's get these cubes down first. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music. Combat music?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Combat music? Thank you? Oh, damn stupid soundtrack. Alright. Now let's mop up.
Target shield has failed.
You know how irritating that plasma is, right?
Target shield has failed.
You got bigger problems. That's right. Come at me. This house is clear. Well done, my friend. My fleet was being deployed along the Zenkithi border when I heard a ship matching your description had been spotted in the area, and I knew the time to strike was now. General Tomalak said it would be a waste of time and resources, considering we had already sustained recent losses in this sector, but I knew we had to help. I would not be alive if it was not for your help. There are people on that station that need help. I will take care of them. What about you? We need to re-enter the wormhole. Yes, the anomaly. Fascinating and beautiful. I never even knew it was there. I wonder if we can find aid on the other side. Perhaps an escape route for the remaining survivors to retreat to, away from this space. It seems you have helped us again, whether you plan to or not. You have my thanks. Will it lead you to your home? I hope so. Then good luck to you. Thank you, and goodbye. I've set a course for the mouth of the wormhole. Take us in. Getting tongue-tied. Blah, blah, blah. Looks like the Breen are part of the Alliance, too. Where are my engine trails? What the hell happened to the engine trails? Whatever. Let's go! We are ready to enter the wormhole. I've matched our settings and power levels exactly with what they were before we first entered. Shit. I wanted to enter that while it was open. Aww. With any luck, it will send us back to our home. Although no guarantees. Enter the wormhole. Beam down into the wormhole, apparently. I wanted to enter that while it was open. No! Again, it's the frickin' Bajorn wormhole. Why can't you trigger it to be open? Why isn't that an option in the Foundry? Should be. This is going on 2 hours. Jesus! Now we're 45 minutes. Might need to lie down. Rest a little. God, this is going to take forever to render. The Celestial Temple. The Purple Celestial Temple. Wow. How purple is this Celestial Temple? Is it purple enough? I think this is the Rura Penthe skybox. Apparently the prophets are fond of palm trees. Palm trees and beachfront property. Hey, you! Is this Ryza? No, it's not Ryza. Hi, I know you're supposed to draw upon my experiences to create a location for us to chat that my mind can understand, because I come from a linear existence and I'm not used to existing inside of a non-linear environment with beings capable of altering the fabric of reality with a single thought. But I don't remember this place, nor have I ever been here. I don't think I remember being somewhere this purple. No? I'm drawing a blank. What's with the purple, Prophet? Dazzle me. The deep... Yeah. So he has a proper name, but all I've put there is DP, so the Prophet just said the DP has completed his task. Okay. Now, because my character might be an ape, but he's not an idiot, he's going to call the Prophet out. Did you send us here? You were required to fulfill the task. When the non-corporeal creatures assimilated the Cisco, another was needed. You wanted me to stop the Pah-Wraiths instead. The DP. The DP. Oh, God. You are of Bajor. The Costamojan could not be allowed to take control of our realm. I'm not of Bajor, what? He was defeated but not destroyed. Yes, he remains for now. We will take you home. I have questions. There are always questions. Now, again, there's an option for 9 of Space Deep. So I'm not going to take that one because we haven't played 9 of Space Deep, so that would be completely without context. Let's see. Are you the prophets from this reality or mine? Yes. Okay. Not very helpful. Yes. I have another question. What of Costamojan? When its weapon was destroyed, it retreated back into shadows and darkness. Your reality makes it difficult to find it. We cannot locate where it has gone, but we will be watching. Eight. Seriously? We're talking to the ageless creature capable of manipulating time and space with its mind that kidnapped us, brought us to this reality, and nearly got us killed. connect to AOL later? Or could you Tribble connect to AOL later? Or could you upgrade it to a broadband connection at least? Thank you. Okay. When its weapon was destroyed, it retreated back into shadows and darkness. Your reality makes it difficult to locate. We cannot know where it has gone, but we will be watching. I hope so. I don't hope so anything. You kidnapped us. Are you the prophets from this reality of mine? Yes. That's still not helpful. Yes. Maybe I should be on my way. We are ready to send you back to your existence. Before I go, I have one request. Yes? Remove the Borg from this region of space. Corporeal matters do not concern us. You cannot change the game. Costamogen allowed the Borg to win. We did not know this. Its powers allow it to hide away from our sight. Stop petting your tribbles, people. Important stuff going on. We will allow this request if it is what you wish, but be mindful. The choice you make will eventually touch the lives of everyone in your galaxy. Be certain you can live with all outcomes. So here I have a quandary. Without the Borg to pose a common threat, none of the ships of the Alliance would have banded together to fight alongside one another. Most of the species are enemies to some degree or another. But with the Borg there, billions of people have been assimilated or killed, and will continue to be so. So here's the quandary. Do I get rid of the Borg, or do I leave this reality alone? I think I'm going to get rid of the Borg. It's what I do. If this is what you wish, yes, it is. Free these people from the Borg. It is done. The Borg are gone. Thank you. They deserve to be free at last. Are you ready to return to your existence? Yes. Thank you. Then go. Walk the path the prophets lay out for you. Do not stray, or only darkness will remain. We are of Bajor. You are of Bajor. You are the... Gotta go! He was about to say, you are the DP. I couldn't stick around and hear that. I couldn't. He's got a proper name, and it is an actual first and last name. And again, it's not what you think. Those of you who are sneaky enough to guess that, and I know who you are and what you're guessing, and that's not it. It's a proper first and last name, and nobody's gotten it yet. Are we back? Everything looks correct. Set a course back to the station. There's the engine trails. There's the comet. From the beginning of the opening credits to every episode of Deep Space Nine ever. Woglinde, this is Ops. How was your journey? I take it you... Wait, I'm detecting a lot of damage to your hull. No, you're not. Did you have some trouble with the Dominion? Not exactly. We took a minor detour. Really? I look forward to hearing about it. Put her into Upper Pylon 2. We will get the Chief onto your ship as soon as we can. I also have a message from Quarks. Apparently the Tongo table is awaiting your patronage. I'll be there shortly. Let's hope that this is the last time we ever go into that reality. Once was quite enough. I'm with that. Customogen is still free on their side, and maybe planning something else. I would say that's not our problem, but clearly it is. It's a threat to everyone, everywhere. This may not be the last time we hear from it. Let's cross that dimensional bridge when we come to it. Agreed. Anyway, I'm looking for a little fun after all that. Meet you all in Quarks in 20 minutes? That's the best idea I've heard all day. The end! But the Foundry Review editing system is currently unavailable. If you wish to submit a review... Crap, I didn't get all that. Alright. So that was Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Really awesome mission. Really long mission if you take the time to read all the dialogue. Which you should be. And I'm pointing my finger at you know who you are. Who doesn't. It's really well written. Really well put together. Plenty of stuff there for people who are paying attention to the dialogue. Who... You are paying attention to dialogue and Foundry missions, right? And this has been 2 hours long. Oh my god! Even the wormhole is like, what? 2 hours, Jesus. Oh god, am I gonna have to cut that in half? I might have to. I'm not looking forward to editing this. Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Awesome Foundry mission. And, yeah, that's about it. Let's go ahead and bug out of here. And, oh god, is it going to load us back? Please don't load us back at Deep Space Nine. Please don't load us. Please don't load me inside Deep Space Nine. No! It's a terrible... This was a terrible idea. It's gonna get stuck on 95%, isn't it? Oh god, what have I done? Oh my god! Oh, chugga, 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 chugga! Oh, God! Alright. Not now. Let's get the hell off this station. Ugh. So yeah, usually when I enter Deep Space Nine, I enter it in second wave. Not now! There we go. Synchronized warping! Or not so synchronized. Let's get away from this giant quagmire of people. You see like a lot of other people flying far away from that mess too. Whew. Okay. That's about all I can stand, because I can't stand no more. There we go. Generic theme is generic. So that was Temple of the Pah-Wraiths. Really fantastic Foundry mission. Captain Rebel did a really good job. Really long Foundry mission, but it's worth it. And we just hit the 2 hour mark. Wow. Really, really long, but very worth playing. especially if you've been hurting for actual story content in this game past the Undine Advance, which leaves off on a massive cliffhanger. Play this after the Cardassian arc, though. And, yeah, play it. And that's the one thing is, in order to get everything you possibly could from this, you should probably play through Worst of All Worlds, 9 of Space Deep, stuff like that. You know, so you can know exactly who people are and what they're talking about. I wonder if you play 9 of Space Deep, whether or not... I wonder if it's sort of... if it, like, works both ways. Like, if you're playing 9 of Space Deep and you, like, meet that Ferengi guy, will it give you the option to reference something that happened in Temple of the Pah-Wraiths? I don't know. I don't know if it works both ways. I guess I'll find out later, once I'm done editing and rendering 2 hours worth of Rise of the Red Shirt. Wow. So yeah, fantastic mission. By all means, check it out, play it. And check out that forum topic I mentioned at the top of this episode. 1,000 cuts for Star Trek Online. Very important that you check that out. And if you play Star Trek Online, leave your input there. Leave your top 5 qualms about Star Trek Online. The game, not the players. I know a lot of people, one of the examples is like, nobody fucking protects the king. Ah! You know, not stuff like that. But, you know, problems you have with the game itself. You know, as in, like, the mechanics or the atmosphere, like the audio, what have you. The game itself, problems you have with that. Leave the top 5 qualms you have there. Top 5 beefs you have with the game. And hopefully we can get something moving with this. I'm going to keep sharing it and keep trying to spread the word. Please feel free to do so yourselves. And yeah, let's see what happens. But anyways, that was Star Trek Online, Rise of the Red Shirt. And this is Alchemist, and I will see you guys later. So, later.